Hello, as we begin February 1st. How is your year going? Everyone keeps saying that January has been the longest year we've ever had. And that might be so. Maybe it feels like that. But I am here to remind you about sound living. Living a sound life, living the way that you want to feel and be and experience. So, no matter what happened in January, you're a new person today. And I would like to encourage you to take 2025 to be my vibe, which I mean your vibe. Because when you say my vibe, we're talking about your vibe, right? 2025, my vibe 2025. That means you're in charge of your vibration. You're in charge of your reactions. You're in charge of your emotions. You're in charge of your decisions, your thoughts, all of these things. And how does that feel when I say that? You're in charge. But your vibration is your life, right? Your vibration is going to be made up of what you think, what you feel, what you believe, what you do, what you don't do, what you eat, what you don't eat, what you watch, what you expose yourself to, what people you expose yourself to. All of these things are going to affect you and your vibration. And I know everyone pretty much wants to have the best life that they can. So there's a few things that we just need to remember to take care of ourselves and to put ourselves first. So for me in January, I decided to start looking more closely at my diet and what I was putting into my mouth, because I got diagnosed with high cholesterol and a fatty liver and some other weird things that I was like, what? I'm the healthiest person I know. How can this be? And I don't have to believe it, yeah, but in order to change it, I wanted to physically know that I was participating in changing it. So I decided to do a water fast. And I wanted to do a 7-day fast, but I took that on way too quickly. My body wasn't ready. So I ended up going 4 days. I am going to share that video later about my experience. It was life-changing, honestly. And you can learn more about water fasting and how good it is for reversing not only disease, but aging as well. So I'm incorporating fasting into my life, and I am a Taurus. I do love my food, but fasting for this purpose, to love my body, to bring my body back into its most harmonic, resonant state, and learning about fasting is what got me through it. So that's to come. So now here we are in February. I've pretty much really done good about not having any sugar since I did my fast. I've done some little brief, like 18 or 22 hour fasts, not quite as long as my first one, but it's keeping me in alignment and understanding and eating more mindfully. What am I putting in my mouth? And though I've always been pretty healthy and I've been mostly vegetarian for almost 30 years now, but I was, adding things that I shouldn't have been that were affecting my body. And I feel lighter. Yes, I lost weight, but my energetic field is lighter. I feel like there's more light getting into me. There's so much to talk about fasting, but let's move into February. So February, I am going to incorporate being better at exercise. And many times in my life, I've been an exercise addict, and then there's been times where I don't exercise for months. So I want to incorporate exercise into my everyday, whatever that is, and stretching. Stretching or yoga is the one thing that can actually make your body both stronger and more flexible as you age. So that's something that we all need to be doing. And it also brings that body-mind connection and brings you into the present moment. So I encourage everyone to begin, if you haven't, or hold yourself accountable for some kind of movement every day. We can do this together, and I'll share the things that I learn about staying committed, and you guys can help me be accountable, because I'll be talking to you about the movement that I do every day, or the stretches, just so that we can be in this together and we can live sound lives. We can live sound lives where, we vibrate love. My vibe, I like to vibrate love. And people are all around me talking about this puppet show that we see out in the politics and out in the world and all of these things that people don't like and they want to be different. And that's okay. Of course, have your desires. I have nothing against that. But if your response is to resist something that you don't like to the degree of anger and hatred and disgust and disappointment, that is now affecting your vibration, right? So you are now becoming attached and a part of the very thing that you are protesting. And so in that way, you're actually still participating in it. So what can we do instead of hating this and downing this and resisting that and not wanting this, we can come back into ourselves. The only thing that we truly ever have control over is ourselves, right? Really, come back. I don't want to feel miserable every day. I mean, yeah, there's stuff going on. I'm not oblivious to what's happening in the world. But if I focus on it, that's bringing my vibration down because I may start to judge it. So if I can detach from the situation and know that I'm in charge of my vibration and that this is giving me an opportunity to live in a neutral state and vibrate love. I mean, what are these other situations and people, what do they need more than love? You're in charge of your vibration. You're in charge of the judgments and the love. So we must learn to live a mindful life. Become present, so present that you see these thoughts that race through your head, that bring up these emotions, and know you are not your mind. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. But you are the divine and beautiful essence, the observer behind it all. So when we talk about living a mindful life, we are stepping back out of the chaos of what's going on out here, the puppet show, and coming back to the observer. We are watching this puppet show. We are watching this movie out in front of us. And that might be the thoughts and the judgments or the fear. And it's okay. Everyone has them. It's normal. It's part of our experience. But what are those kind of emotions for? What are those kind of thoughts for? They are to remind us that we have become out of an alignment with who we are, because we radiate love. So every time we get a feeling of judgment, of anger, of wanting something to be different than it is, that's the higher mind showing you what you don't want, that you have come out of your alignment. That's why you're feeling that way. So it's your job to come back into this alignment and to living a sound life and being one with your higher mind and following that higher mind, which is connected to the heart, the best way that you can. And that's all you got to do. Easy, not always easy. Simple, but not easy. It takes practice and it works. And I'll share with you experiences and challenges that I have myself in going through it, and I'm happy to help you in your process. Peace out. My vibe 2025. Vibe and high.